Hey YouTubers, so today I am going to bring to you what I feel is the best of drugstore products. I was gonna go and be like, let's just do 5 or maybe I'll find 10 and we'll have a nice even number. I decided not to do that and to just find the things that I loved and to share them with you, because if there were more than 5, I want to show you them all, and if there aren't quite 10, I didn't want to be just throwing products in there that are so I had the perfect number. So I actually don't know how many I'm going to be showing you, but let's get going. So eyeliner, we all have problems with it smudging. I found something that is really wonderful. It is the Wet n Wild Creme eyeliner, and it's from their Fergie line. As you can see, it's very dark. You would need to apply it with a brush, kind of like this, and that there's a learning curve on that. The first time I did it, I looked like a Picasso painting. It was miserable. So you're going to want to give yourself some time to practice this, but you will want to practice it, and let me show you why. I've already swatched it in a cute little heart on my hand, and I have some Q-tips here, and one has 100% argan oil on it, and the other has water on it. So here I'm just going to rub the heart with my finger. So that's just maybe you're rubbing your eye. My finger's a little gray, but really not much came off. Okay, and so I'm going to run the water through it. Okay, so this is the Q-tip with water. The Q-tip's a little gray, but as you can see, the heart is intact. And this is oil. Argan oil can kind of mimic your natural sebum or your natural skin oils. And we will run that through here and see a little bit of smudging. Not much. Not as much. Other high-end eyeliners that I ran the oil through completely removed it. I could completely see my hand. That counts the Urban Decay, that counted Stila, it counted Clinique's, I think it's called Quickwise. Nobody else was able to withstand the oil. And I also washed my hand after I had like 8 swatches on my hand, drugstore high-end, all of it, and this was the only one that stayed. So how do you get rid of it? Rub a lot of Vaseline and pray. The one thing I will say is it comes with a brush. The brush sucks. So find yourself something that looks like this. I think Elf makes them for $1. Eco Tools makes them. And you'll be just very happy. I would say that I would stick to using this like a liquid liner and keep it on the top lid. I did use it a little bit on my bottom, but it's pretty bold, so make sure you're wanting bold if you use it on the bottom. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is brushes. As far as a drugstore brand, my favorite brand is Eco Tools. I have had these ones for over a year. They're all looking pretty good. I think my concealer brush is pretty dirty there. I've been happy with it. This is the retractable kabuki. You've seen it in other videos. It's soft. It washes well. These are great brushes for the price point. You can usually find a set of them for like $10 to $15. Maybe their kabukis or contours are a little more expensive. Bottom line, this is a great brush for the price. I think that it performs just as well as Sephora's brushes. If you are looking for a high-end brush, I will give you this money-saving tip. If you like the MAC brushes, and they're like $50 a brush, some of them, like, come on, we have like responsibilities, bills to pay. We can't be spending $50 on a brush. Sigma makes fantastic brushes at like 1/3 of the price sometimes, and I believe they're handmade too, I'm not sure, but just go Google Sigma Beauty brushes, and those brushes, phenom, high-end, but we're talking about drugstore today, so Eco Tools, and I'm very happy with my Eco Tools. I would buy more of them when they wear out. I will buy more Eco Tools. Okay. So the next thing to talk about would be the L'Oreal, I think it's called, I want to get this right, the L'Oreal Colour Riche Extraordinaire Lip Color. And I happen to have it in Molto Mauve. You can find this between $8 and $12 depending where you get it. And it has a doe foot applicator. The color is really rich. It gives you a lot of color. It's very buttery, very moisturizing, and you don't have to reapply it like crazy, but it's not sticky. It's a really, the performance of this is like a high-end product. It reminds me of the Yves Saint Laurent lip glosses, and I just love it. I totally recommend it. I wish they made a clear one that I could do for like a night treatment, because it's just so great, and it comes in a bajillion colors. A friend turned me on to this, so shout out to you. You know who you are, and I love this product. It's really great. Okay, so a lot of you are probably wondering about primers, and I will tell you right now that I am not crazy, okay? But this is gonna make me seem crazy. Okay, so what we're gonna talk about is Monistat's anti-chafing gel. It is meant for the bikini area and your in between your thighs. If you're a runner, you might get chafing unless you have no gap in between, or unless you have a gap in between your thighs, and unless you are a Victoria's Secret runway model, you probably get chafing. Okay, so why am I bringing this product up? Two of the ingredients in it are dimethicone and silica. Dimethicone is used in Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. It is used in Primed and Poreless. It is used in countless foundations and BB creams because it minimizes the look of pores and it smooths out your skin. Silica also softens the look of fine lines, kind of creating a filtered effect. And this product also is fragrance free, unlike a lot of primers. I tested it myself because it sounded really nutty to me. It comes out clear like this. It's very smooth. It dries to like a powdery gel type finish, and it is well, it's very surprising to me, but this is almost exactly the ingredients of a high-end primer, and it's essentially crotch cream. It is $8.99 for 1.5 ounces. For that much in the Smashbox primer, you would pay $50. That's how much you would pay, okay? And it's free of dyes and anything harsh because they believe that you're going to be using it in the land down under. Okay, and I used it on my face as a primer just for you guys because that's what I do for you. It performs just like Smashbox's primer. It performs just like Sephora's clear primer. That would be $45 for this amount. So Smashbox would charge you $50, Sephora would charge you $45, but from the makers of Monistat, you may get it for $8.99. It performs exactly the same. It has many of the same ingredients. It performs the same. If you're not comfortable trying it, that's okay. Continue to get ripped off. No, I'm just kidding. It's one of those things that really strange but true. Okay, so now that I have gotten off my soapbox, you guys can decide whether or not you're comfortable doing this, but just again, so you know, it is the Chafing Relief Powder Gel. It is not the Monistat antifungals for yeast infections. Do not put that on your face. Okay, just so we've got that out of the way. The next product I'm going to talk about is the John Freida Frizzies Thermal Protection. Oh, always dropping stuff. Thermal Protection Formula Hair Serum. You put this on your hair when it's wet on the ends. It will protect it from thermal damage. It will keep it from getting frizzy. It does everything that it says it's going to do. It's a wonderful product. I have bought bottle after bottle. It's about $10 a bottle. The next product I want to talk to you about is the Maybelline Baby Lips. And this is sold out in many areas of the country, and it is like a drug. It is hard to get your hands on. I've been able to find it. I found it sold out in a couple stores, but I was able to find it. It is about $3.50 a tube. It purports that after a week of use, you will have revitalized baby lips. I don't know if it made my lips revitalized and younger. My lips aren't that old, so I don't have a lot of like lines in them. What I will say is it's very moisturizing. I like it. The price point is great. This is a great product. It comes tinted. It's really lovely, and I think it deserves all the rave that it's been getting. So check this out if you have not. The next thing I want to talk about is the NYX, NYX, don't call it that, it's called NYX, Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. They make other jumbo eye pencils, but this one I want to show you for a specific reason. Okay, I like to use it as an eyeshadow primer, and I will show you what it does. So I'm going to put a little on my hand here, and you would rub it into your eyelid, and it would lighten it a little bit. And let's say you've got some cheap eyeshadow. What I've got here is far from cheap eyeshadow. This is actually the Laura Mercier Makeup Artist palette from 2013, but it will serve to show you what it does. Let me see if I can get a color here. And okay. So what you can see here is that when you put eyeshadows over it, it makes them seem like they have more pigment. Now when a high-end place is charging you for expensive eyeshadows, generally what they're charging you for is more pigment. And so this Milk pencil from NYX, I think it was like $3 maybe. Sorry, I'll put that in the box. I should have looked that up. But what you're seeing is that it brings out the pigment in the eyeshadow a lot more. It makes it pop, and you're not going to be able to see it through the eyeshadow if you rub it onto your lid, because you're gonna rub it into your lid. And it's going to make the eyeshadow stay all day because it will stick to it like a primer, and it will make your colors pop if you're using more inexpensive eyeshadows that don't have a lot of pigment. It works great with expensive eyeshadows too. They have enough pigment that they will pop all on their own, but it will still hold them in place just the same. So definitely check this out. This particular line has other colors that can be used for eyeshadows and as a liner. I haven't used it that way, so I can't speak to it in that regard. NYX can be found at, I believe it's moving into CVS's and at some Targets. Otherwise, you can find it on Ulta.com and I'm sure on Amazon. Okay, the next one I want to talk about is the L'Oreal Infallible Eyeshadow, and this one is quite interesting. Okay, so I'm going to show you a swatch. When you open it, it has this little push thing. The first thing it says is do not dispose of this, and don't dispose of this. What you notice immediately is it's very creamy, it's very buttery, it's very different than most drugstore eyeshadows. It's like a high-end eyeshadow. It's kind of pricey, but it's worth it. I think it's about $7 to $8 for each jar of these. I'm going to show you a swatch. So here you can see it, how it works on my skin. You can use this as a highlighter. You can use it on the inner corner of your eyes, which I have done for this video. You can use it on the bridge of your nose to highlight. You can use it on your cheek to highlight. It comes in different colors, and so you can use it. It is a spot-on dupe for Armani Eyes to Kill Shadow, which is $33 for 4 ounces. This gives you 3.5 ounces for $7 to $8. So you choose whichever one you want. They come packaged identically. I think the L'Oreal may actually have more colors, and if you get it in the color Ice Latte, it's a pretty spot-on dupe for Stila's Kitten as well, which I love that eyeshadow. I will buy that as long as they make it, but if you're coming across hard times, this is a really great dupe. I will say that if you don't use a primer with it, after 10-ish hours, it may crease depending on the structure of your eye, so just be aware of that. Just go ahead and use it with your NYX primer and you'll be good to go. And I will touch on mascaras really quick here. I have a video on mascara, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time with this. What I recommend from the drugstore is Clump Crusher. It has a very spiky brush that does not allow clumps, very black, great volume, great product. love it. Can't speak highly enough of it. If you don't like that one, the other one that I recommend is from L'Oreal. It is from their Voluminous collection. This is the Voluminous Collagen. I think it performs a lot like a Lancome mascara, and I think that it is just phenomenal. I like the actual product, and I like the brush. I like the results. I am wearing it right now. I have pretty stubby lashes naturally though, so I like to wear falsies a lot. And if what you're looking for is kind of like these big lashes out to here, go ahead and just get false lashes, because there really truly is not anything on the market that is going to make you look like the models in the mascara ads. It's just not going to happen. So let's be real. And what else I want to talk about? The best drugstore foundation that I have found and I have tested. I want to give you some testimony on this foundation. I put it on the morning of day one, shall we call it. The night of day one, I checked into the hospital. On day two, I had not washed my face. I had not reapplied. I was just sitting on a hospital bed chilling. By noon on day two, I was in surgery. I came out of surgery. I was on an NPO, which means don't eat. On day three, I finally got into the bathroom to look at my face because I was like bedridden and they were not really letting me get up. I still had good coverage from this foundation. It was still on my face. Okay, that foundation is Revlon Color Stay. I did a comparison between this and Estee Lauder Double Wear. I felt this outperformed it. What I will say about this foundation is it does have a little bit of a smell, kind of like paint. It probably has something in there to make it stick to your face. Work quickly, it dries quickly. It's a full coverage foundation. This is probably the fullest coverage foundation that you're going to find at a drugstore. The colors are lovely. They look like skin. They're not orange. They're not too orange or pink. And I'm very happy with it. I've bought this bottle after bottle. I like to use my Kat Von D if I've got something, you know, a little more important coming on. Or maybe I'll use this all over my face and then use the Kat Von D on the spots that need a little bit better coverage, because that's a more pigmented foundation. But I can't speak highly enough of this. I think it's $10 to $12 for a bottle. For what you're getting, it's a good value. And the last thing I want to say is that it is very important to moisturize your face. In skincare lines, the serums will possess more of the active ingredients than the moisturizer. So if you're going to spend money on a product to, I don't know, fade dark spots or work on your acne or reduce fine lines, get the serum and save some money on your moisturizer. And I will tell you, moisturizer, it's not going to break you out, it's not going to break the bank, and it's really lovely. And that is the Aveeno Positively Radiant. Any of the facial moisturizers from Aveeno are really lovely. They perform like high-end moisturizers. You get a ton of product, and they make your skin feel so soft. You're like, ah, Aveeno, like those really old Aveeno ads. Can you guys hear that? There's like a blizzard windstorm going on, so if like a tree comes through this window, thanks for watching. Call 911. Who's gonna upload this to YouTube so I can get help? Lots of questions. Okay, so I really hope that this video has been helpful to you, that it helps you to save where you can, because that is always the name of the game. I got some swatches that I need to wash off my hands, and I will probably be sporting this eyeliner tomorrow. But that is what I do for you guys, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! I didn't turn you on! It's filming. Loose face, loose face, loose face. Ready to film. It's go time. Mark! Mark!